Hey, hey, hey.
What's
We're
happening?
back.
Hey,
Welcome to another episode of I Ain't Trying to Be Funny, but
bud.
with Keita and Kim. What up,
We're
Kim?
gonna talk about today.
What's
What's
going on,
going
Kim? How
on?
you doing today, girl?
Child, it has been a long day. I've been talking all day. So
Yeah.
at least this will be interesting.
Today is September 1st, and it feel like it's already been a long month.
Already.
It ain't starting
Already.
out so hot. So today we're gonna be talking about Bell Collective.
Okay.
And we watched that on our own. And Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
All right. The
It
foolishness.
comes on VH1. And Raising Canaan.
Oh,
Power Book. Which one is it? Three?
three.
Power Book 3. Raising Canaan.
Yes.
Raising my pillow because I'm going to sleep.
Ooh, if you need some good snooze.
Yeah, I got tagged on a post about it the other day, and I even had nothing to say. I was like, I'm gonna tap out on this one. I even have nothing to say at the time. Anyway, yeah. So what did Marie, Letitia, Latrice, and them get into? Marie had a new blonde wig.
Girl, why? And it's so funny because I told my stylist the last time I went to get my hair done. I said, I've never seen your real hair. I've never seen your hair done.
Who,
Cause
Marie?
she no, my new
Oh, your
stylist,
stylist.
because she puts it in a ponytail every day. I
Oh,
mean, every time I go. The only time I've seen her hair done is on, I follow her on Instagram, is when she's on vacation. But I was like, I've never seen your hair done. I thought stylists supposed to do
I
their own hair.
always it always seemed to me like stylist hair, their hair is usually not done.
It isn't. It
No,
isn't.
I only had one stylist who always had her hair done, and that was Sharita Cherry. Her hair was always, I mean, fire.
Yeah.
And she's got a new location. I think it's on Old National now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go, she doesn't do this kind of hair, so I don't see her anymore. But yeah, that was my girl back in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Do hair
Yeah,
shows
yeah,
and stuff. And now her hair is always done, but most stylists, their hair just look
yeah. I'm
crazy.
just used to my Boo Darnell, my original and first and foremost stylist. I must be rich. I have two stylists.
Ah.
Darnell don't have to do his hair. He just shave it all off. And
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah, but Marie, baby, the blonde is not your color.
It's
Like,
not. It's a really ugly blonde. And then the wigs look cheap. It's like if she's advertising beauty products or hair products, it's not working. It's not.
yeah,
It's not
yeah.
because, like I said before, Latrice's hair is
Always.
slamming. That woman, she showed up to Marie's party and just out. She just showed her up completely. She looked better than her. She was dressed better. I mean, Marie can't
Letitia's
touch
hair
her.
is always nice
It
too.
is usually pretty. It is.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't have a hair company. That's all I'm
Right,
saying. Latrice
right. She
advertises
represents.
her
She
business.
represents
Those
the
goddess
women.
links are no joke, baby. She ain't playing with y'all.
Right, right. Yeah, she does a good job keeping her hair, keeping herself looking real professional
Mm-hmm.
and nice. And yeah, yeah.
So what'd you think about the what did she call it? Her rebirth day party.
Okay.
They talked about her decorations being tacky and looking high school prom or whatever. It did look a little cheesy.
And then here come old boy singing. He just looked like all he was missing was a cigarette hanging off the side of his
You
lips.
talking about Cedric?
Yeah. He looked like one of those watch out type of dudes. Like,
That's what
you can imagine is a cigarette just hanging on.
I
Like,
didn't get that.
that's what I see. That's all I see.
I
That's
just don't see him wanting her.
or her want him,
Or
or
her want him. Well, I think her and Essie got something going on
oh
anyway.
yeah, I do. I
Essie ride
do
way
think
too
that.
hard for Marie. Yeah, you
Oh
take
my
up for your
God.
girl, but she's setting up secret meetings and she do the most for
Yeah,
Marie. And I haven't seen Marie do anything for her. So I don't know what this relationship is. It's
it's
weird.
one-sided. That's what it
It
is.
appears to be. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
hoping that
Essie is quite enamored with Marie for some
for
reason.
some strange reason, right?
Yeah,
So
but
it's a
we'll
weird
never
relationship.
know. We'll know. We'll
Yeah, I
never
don't need to
know.
know all of that. I don't need to know what their story is. But yeah, he just looked like he wanted to be on TV or something. I didn't
Yeah,
he doesn't I don't
thirsty.
I'm not buying that he wants her back and that she in love with him. I don't believe any of that.
Yeah, so Jerome in the watch your mouth. He just should have just stayed. Oh,
The player from the Himalaya.
he just remind me of just an old
Roman
player.
hair.
Yeah,
Roman
every
hair.
time I see him, I'm just like, please leave. You're too thirsty. Thirsty. He's just He's
Yeah, I wasn't feeling him. What do you think about Glenn? I think she gonna take him back. What she said, fool me once, fool me 17 times. I said, did this heifer just say 17? 17? That's not how the saying goes. Fool me
First of
once,
all,
fool me twice, fool
why
me
are we
17.
even going through this? Because you know you're gonna take him back.
She knows she gonna take him back. Why are we even talking about it? She just mad for right now. He done cheated on her how many times? Like, what she say, 17. So
we don't even know. She probably doesn't even know.
Wasting our time.
I'm still waiting on the verdict about the baby. Are we gonna revisit it, or we just making the assumption that it is his baby?
I'm just assuming it is.
Yeah. So she trying to decide if she can get past that or not.
I guess so. But didn't he have a baby already? Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. There's a whole lot of people on these shows where the husbands got outside kids. So I can't keep them
So
all
he
straight.
might as well join the club.
He might, I mean, and the women stay with him. So I don't see any of them leave. Well, no, Melody left, but the rest of them stay. So yeah.
Well, she's gonna get back with him. This is just a facade. She's trying to get her business off the ground. She's trying to look like a strong Black independent woman, and then she'd be like, "Boy, come get me in a minute."
She'd be like, "You quit playing, Glenn. Quit she's doing that later on. Come on, quit."
Yeah. So yeah, you think she gonna get back with him too?
I do, actually. I do.
Yeah. Taking us through the motions. I don't really care.
If they don't get back together, it'll be because he just gets tired of her. Like, a lot of guys, they just get to the point where they're not gonna say sorry anymore. Like I said, I'm sorry. You're gonna get over.
So is he home now?
I don't know.
So I mean, he seems to be home more. I thought he was only home.
I thought he a truck driver or something. Is he a truck driver? We're on an oil rig.
Or for something. Yeah, something where he got to be off and somewhere else.
Yeah, maybe he's here for a while. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Who knows?
Looked to me like he need to be spending that time and energy looking for a local job.
And some condoms. Or vasectomy doctor, whatever they call.
I don't know what a vasectomy doctor is called.
I'm just saying, whoever
I don't
does
have that to get.
I think they go to the urologist for that.
I guess.
But, yeah. So Tambra and Damon.
Baby, Tambra and Damon.
What's his name?
Now listen, I don't know anything about these people. Only what I see on TV, just like everybody else. But girl, let that go.
What, the baby?
I don't know what it is. I don't think he's sincere. I think he's used to, you ever met somebody, well, you ever heard of people that's the familiar?
Mm-hmm.
And so I just really feel like he's just comfortable. He doesn't have to do anything special. He already know her family, all that other stuff. And I think he's going through the motions.
You believe this other chick?
Oh, you know what? I really don't care about that either because it's always going to be somebody. I mean, that's just the way it is. It's always gonna be somebody come around talking about, girl, he ain't sleeping with you. He been sleeping with me since June. That was the other girl. But anyway,
2010,
2012,
2012, 2000.
But yeah, I don't. If this is the storyline she needed to be on this show, then it's not interesting.
Tend to lose interest when they have a woman in her, like, well into her 40s, going through all this fertility stuff. I mean, I know it's still possible all the way up to 50, apparently, but I just can't get as invested in it. I think you need to explore other options at this point. I ain't really trying to hear her going through all of that with him. And now she's saying her parents are telling her they want her to be married first. So now she want to be married first. I don't see that from him. He kind of, he loves her parents. He don't want to disappoint them, but I don't think he was trying to do all that.
And then, I mean, I don't want anyone to propose to me because my eggs drying up or whatever, I don't like, girl, come on. This is 2022. People having babies without men. I mean, you don't have to be married. And I don't care. That storyline could be axed.
Yeah, the one thing about Tambra that I did find interesting in this episode was when she was talking to Letitia. It's too many, their names are all similar.
Yeah.
But she was talking to Letitia, her real voice came out. You know how she talks in that really high kind of
the Valley girl
all the time, like, yeah, her Valley girl voice. But when she was talking to Letitia about the other chick, she was just like, yeah, no. And her voice dropped a couple of octaves, and she got real kind of like, for real, like black, Yeah. So I want to see
and that's
more
the
of that.
other thing.
Like, quit being phony.
Yeah, well, like I'm from Mississippi. I mean, come on. I mean, who in Mississippi talks like a Valley girl? I mean, come on. That's what?
Yeah.
I mean, if it's true that she's been talking about like that her whole life, okay, she saw something on TV that made her start talking like that. But she wasn't born talking like that. Come on now.
Not in Jackson.
Not in Jackson, Mississippi. She wasn't. So I was just like, girl, ask them. Just ask them.
Yeah. Other than that, she's not really important to the cast. And I don't even know why they added that So Gucci chick. I haven't seen anything important dealing with her yet. She's just kind of in the background.
I'm mad that I think we talked about this last time. I'm mad she calling herself So Gucci and she a real estate agent. Like, I can't take you seriously.
I can't take her seriously either.
I wouldn't call her. I would be like, what? Is she a what now?
Where is that? What your mama name? What's your government name? Yeah. What's your government name?
But where is she gonna be showing me houses named So Gucci?
It sounds like it's gonna be somewhere in the hood. It does.
I'm just saying. I'm not interested.
And then nobody went to Aikisha's baby's party. What did she expect? Funny. She's so stank.
She is her attitude is super horrible. And did I tell you that I was on her was it her Facebook page? And she was trying to, I don't know if she was doing it. Let me correct that. But on her Facebook page was t-shirts with the I don't eat from dirty dishes. And I mean, I'm just like, girl, let that shit go.
Yeah, it wasn't even funny.
It wasn't funny. Cute. And you act like Letitia was the one putting dishes out.
Right. Like
they were at a restaurant.
Exactly. You go and talk to the wait staff or the owners or somebody else.
But who makes a big deal out of it? And I can't remember who it was that went up to them and was like, bitch, wipe the shit out and keep it moving.
Or ask for another plate quietly on the side. You don't have to go up to the host showing her a plate.
Thirsty.
And then she mad because nobody came to her little party.
Well, I don't go to children's. Well, I won't say I don't go to children's parties, but I only went to them when I only went to them when my kids were little.
because they were basically going to the party and I'm
But
taking
who
them.
has young children?
Exactly that part. No, who is it on the show that has a baby but still didn't go? Oh no, I guess Marie could have taken her grandson.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Letitia doesn't have, well, she has a young son,
Yeah,
but
he's
not
not
as
a
young as
yeah, not a
Akeisha's
toddler.
children. Yeah, and children. And Goddess Leans don't have children.
Latrice,
Latrice.
Zaddy's
Yes.
wife.
And Valley Girl doesn't have children.
Right.
So that was an unrealistic expectation.
It was. And her husband don't seem like he want no parts of being down there. He ain't trying
Now
to
he
live
is
there.
cracking me up.
He ain't trying to live there.
He is absolutely not trying to move to Jackson, Brandon, Clinton, Madison, none of it. He don't own no parts of Mississippi.
Nope. He ain't trying to hear it at all. So
that's too funny to me. But I don't care any. It's starting to be a show where it's like P-Valley was way more interesting than y'all's real life.
Yeah. Yeah, real. Yeah. They don't want none of them really have storylines.
So this show could technically go off the air right now, today, September 1st, and I wouldn't care.
I liked season 1, but this season I'm just like, yeah. So I could leave it. I'll probably stick with the season, but I don't have to do season 3 after this.
Right.
Unless it gets much better, but I doubt it.
How?
I don't know. Maybe they're gonna get out there and start brawling on Ferris Street. Pulling, snatching wigs and carrying on. Yeah. Slicing tires. They gotta do something.
They gotta come up quickly. Anyway, I'm done with it. I don't care.
All right, so Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. We finally got to see the whole wedding. Jock and Kendra did get married. Country Wayne was real corny for that. It was Jock's idea, but it was dumb. Nobody laughed. It fell like bricks, like boom. Everybody was just sitting there going, "What is this? Go sit down." It was supposed to be funny, and it was not at all.
This was the first time I actually agreed with Richie D. When Rich was like, a joke is supposed to have a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Yeah, and it wasn't ending. It just kept going.
We didn't. What was the beginning? Like, you was like,
he just got up and
was like, you belong to the streets. It was so dumb, tasteless, ghetto. It was just dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I knew it was Jock. I knew it. I knew it was Jock. But that was just dumb. It was dumb.
And he didn't want to say it was him, something flying in a gnat or something.
All right, Obama. Getting it, catching the flower.
By the wing. Yeah. He didn't want to say anything at the moment because he was like, uh-oh, ain't nobody laughing. So he wouldn't say, yeah, this is me. It's a joke. He just stood there like,
yeah.
He left Country Wayne just hanging. I was like,
it was stupid. It was a waste of film.
Definitely.
It was just dumb. You should have called P-Valley. You should have called Katori and asked her what would have been funny because it was just dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. The writers, they need some writers. If they're going to try to be doing stuff like that, they need some writers.
Yeah. But so I was looking at this wedding going, what was $100K?
Her dress was gorgeous though. Her dress was
but
really
you saw all
pretty.
the undergarments. Okay, so I've never been married before. And I've honestly never paid attention to this. So this is me making an assumption that if you have a custom dress, that the undergarments are sewed into it. That's me.
My dress was custom, but I didn't have undergarments sewn into it. I didn't.
But you could see her undergarments. I
Yeah,
saw
you couldn't see mine because the material was thick enough.
hers was on top of the dress,
But she said in that video
and
she
you could
sent me
see.
that she ended up having to change, I guess, where she was getting her dress. So
Yeah.
so it didn't come out the way she wanted, but I thought she looked really pretty. I just hate that she was crying the whole day leading up to it. You know, how you gonna have a happy marriage and wedding and you boohoo crying all day? And then
Because that's a sign that you
it's
weren't
a
looking at.
sign. Yeah. And then watching it back and all the people in the audience all feeling uncomfortable because they know her man was sleeping or possibly sleeping with this other chick. Now your wedding is tainted. You know what I'm saying? You cried all day. It might have been beautiful the rest of that day, but now all your memories are going to be about everything else as well, you know? And so
Well, I don't, this is just me. But if my significant other is an entertainer and you planned events up until the day of the wedding, you coming back on the day of the wedding, I don't think you that interested in marrying me. I really don't.
Well, he was there, and then he's messed with all kind of women, apparently, all over, not just Atlanta, but probably all over the country. But this the one he wanted to marry. I mean, he did. He wanted to marry her, and he did. So that says something.
Did he?
He did it. He spent all
showed
that
up.
money. He stood there. He said the vows. They got married.
They got married.
Nobody else
Showed up.
since his first wife was able to lock it down. So something's happening.
It's just weird to me. It's just, I don't, that's not cool. It's just really not cool. Or maybe that's the new thing. Husbands go out and you don't have no phone communication, no email communication.
Because you in Africa.
Because you're in Africa. Yeah, until you see him walking down the aisle.
Yeah. And then, but like I said, watching it back, this is supposed to be a happy day, a memorable day in your life. And all the people are talking about, well, I don't want to, I got to get out of here. Erica Mena was trying to dip out because she was uncomfortable. Too many people knew the situation because they had a whole table, a long table of people talking about her the previous episode. And then at the wedding and the reception, it's just.
So let me ask you this. Would you, if you were friends, and see, they're using this term so loosely because they're not friends, okay? Mm-hmm. But if you were a real friend to someone and you knew that her husband was with other people, would you tell her?
Yeah, but I think if it's when you get to the day before the wedding or the day of, I don't even know if it's going.
Well, here's the thing. You don't know at what point you will find out, though. So if you found out the day of the wedding, would you tell her?
I would have to. Because if she finds out that I knew and let her go ahead and marry this clown, yeah, we might not end up being friends anymore because you know how that goes. They turn on the person who told them, usually. Yeah. They stay with the man and they turn on the person that gave them the news. So you just got to be willing to, you're going to say either I want to, I could possibly lose my friend or I'm going to let her get embarrassed and get made a fool of.
Yeah. But there was a statement that was made that Jock made. And I don't remember if this is part of the preview or I don't know where it came from, where it sounded to me like she knew about the baby and she married him anyway.
Yeah, somebody did say something like that. I think he did say she know about everything or we done been talked about it. He probably told her it was a possibility or it might come out. Because I was trying to find this story. You know how were they at the wedding and the news story popped up? Or was it right before about the baby?
It was during the wedding.
Yeah.
I don't know, because Carly saw it while she was driving. That we'll talk about that in a second. But And then Erica Mena got it on her phone during when the ceremony was ending. You know, wedding ceremonies ain't really long.
So I tried to Google it and I couldn't find it. I was wondering where, did you ever see that online?
I did not look for it. But that's one of the comments that I have heard is that where is it from? Because if you look at the post, it doesn't show who posted it.
It doesn't. They didn't. Oh, you mean when they showed it on the camera? Yeah, it didn't show like if it was the Shade Room or something like that. Yeah, it didn't say. So
World Star.
I was I just did a little quick look because I was wondering if it was his baby or not. I just wanted to know before we found out on the show.
You gotta ask the people in the salon.
I know, and I haven't been. I need to go.
I'm not due to go until next week before my trip. So yeah, Carly was picking up the label owner. You own a label, and your artist that you about to sign is coming to pick you up.
Pick you up, yeah. Well, see, I'm new to this franchise. I know all the people from New York, but I don't know these people. I don't know who Carly Red is. I don't know any of her music.
She don't have no music.
I don't understand what they signing her to do. Does she rap?
I don't either.
Does she sing? Who is she?
She's a business owner.
You don't get signed to a record label. No,
wait, but she went to pick up the label on girl.
It's something fishy. It's just something not add up for me. And like I said,
may as well come to pick me up for the airport.
I'm missing something here. Something that I've been waiting to ask you that. Who is she?
So I know she had a store in Stonecrest. I want to say Stonecrest. I think that's what it was. And then on these other episodes, they're showing that she has a restaurant, which okay.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know how she makes her money. I don't know.
That's what's confusing to me. I'm like,
but she's not an artist.
She's not an artist.
She's not an artist.
She's got to be if the record label signed her. That's the part that I'm confused. You still,
ma'am, you went to pick up the. First of all, did he own a label? Do you think she needs to go pick up Diddy?
Right. You funny.
Girl, y'all are trash. Like this is when they say this trash TV, this is the definition of trash TV.
It is. It's real trash. And like
nobody said.
How old is she too? That's like me going out getting signed to a label. For real. Like I think we say black don't crack, but hers
Carly is older. She claims she's not, but she's I don't know.
I'm telling you, that's like me. Like I'm about to be a rapper. I'm signed to a label.
Well, I'm about to own a label.
I'll pick you up.
I'll be at the DeKalb Peachtree Airport.
Not even Hartsville. You go be at the DeKalb Peachtree.
I'll be at Charlie Brown Airport. I want you to drive far.
And that's funny too, because Spice is trying to tell her the truth. Spice speaks the truth to people. Shit, just like, you're not ready. No, we're not doing this. No, I don't want you telling nobody we're doing a record together. Don't play it for nobody. Spice is not having it.
But that was messed up that Carly played that unfinished product.
Yeah. Nobody wants that
without Spice's permission. Well, Spice shouldn't have. First of all, y'all know Carly. Don't do that. Don't act like y'all don't know she's super messy, right?
Oh, is she?
Girl, Carly, okay.
Well, I thought she came to the man's bachelor party.
Huh?
I said she came to the man's bachelor party. So yeah, she messy.
She used to mess with y'all. But Carly is the messy, and Webster's they have a picture of
A
Carly.
picture of her next to it.
She is super messy about everything. Everything. So why y'all didn't just meet? Y'all know Carly is messy. Why would you even record a song with her? She's not an artist.
Yeah, so that's what I'm wondering. What did she do on the song? Is she singing? Is she rapping? I couldn't really hear it that well. I
Ma'am.
didn't really try.
I'm okay. You were on the song. Okay.
I ain't trying to be funny.
I ain't trying to be funny, but you were on the song.
Right.
So I mean,
She just seems, yeah, she does seem like a mess. She does.
can I get that $2,500 an episode that they do, whatever it is?
That's
Whatever.
all they get?
It's probably like, I looked it up one time. I want to say it was like 5,000 an episode, which is why I said $2,500 after taxes. But yeah, can I get that little $2,500? Because y'all
I
ain't,
know that's right.
y'all ain't interesting at all. At all.
I do like watching the messy stuff. I get into it. But yeah. And what else is
It was
happening?
a boring episode. I don't really care about
It wasn't as
Scrappy and
good as I
Brant.
was thinking it was gonna be. It was kind of, yeah, it was kind of dry.
I
What's
don't
going
care
on?
about Scrappy and Bambi. I don't care about Erica Mena and Safari. I don't care about Erica Mena and Richie D. I don't care.
I did think she looked pretty when she was pregnant, but now that when they show her now after the baby, she's too skinny. Erica Mena, she just looked like a skeleton. She just looked like, oh,
And you know the TV put weight on her, so you know she's actually smaller than what we see.
yeah, she was really bony. She had on this red or something in her confessional, and
Yeah.
she looked really bony. I was like, like her cheeks look sunken. I don't know. She didn't even really look healthy to me.
It doesn't look healthy, yeah.
She's just like a stick with boobs
And a head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm done with it. Don't care. Next.
I was actually gonna say, what is the deal with Scrappy's mother and Bambi? Why don't they get along?
Because they both messy.
Oh.
Now, Scrappy's mom, she's super messy. This stems back to the previous season when Sierra, they were in Dubai, and Sierra told Mama D that she heard that they were getting a divorce.
And that Bambi was gonna take all his money.
And that Bambi was gonna take all of Scrap's money, but I don't know what money he got. But anyway, then Mama D approached Bambi, a pregnant Bambi, at Yandy's what is it called? L opening.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when they got into it. Cause she was like, I'm gonna take all his money. Like, ha ha ha.
But when they played the clip back, that's not what Sierra said. She just said that Bambi was thinking about a divorce or was gonna divorce him, but she didn't say and take all his money. I didn't hear her say that, and Mama D just lied and just threw that out there.
Well, it was more to the story. They don't show everything, but
it seemed like they would have showed that if she said it.
Yeah, but that was last season, so this is carryover.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mama D be getting into it with everybody. She don't care. She doesn't.
And she only went there to be messy because she wasn't really invited to Dubai.
Correct.
She went there to start up mess between somebody else's mama.
Yandy's mom and not Mercedes. That is not his name. Mendici.
Mendici's mom.
Mm-hmm.
And Yandy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Yandy, yeah.
Now, was Bambi on New York? She looks familiar to me. Like her face. She was on something else that I've seen her.
Wasn't she on the Flavor Flav?
Was she?
No, wait a minute. I have to look it up.
I know her face. When I saw her, I was like, I know her from somewhere. So anyway, oops. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't much care. Let's see.
that's a shame. All of these shows, and we're like, I don't care about this, I don't care about that. Like, why are we watching it? We're gonna have to find something better, or we take a break until Huntsville come back. Cause I talk about Huntsville all day.
When is Huntsville coming back?
September 10th,
Oh, look at you knowing that. Ain't that next week?
next Saturday. So we could take next week off. It is a holiday. We could take next week off, and then
Oh, thank you.
I'll give you a break.
You
don't have
gonna
to
give me
come
a
in.
break?
Yeah, you don't have to come in next week.
Her name is Addie Shanette Benson. Addie Shanette Benson, also known as Bambi Benson, 35 years old from Compton. And yeah, let me see. Let me go back. Hold on. Addie. Oh, that's not even her name. It's Addie Zia. Adizia. I don't know how you pronounce it. Addie is short for Addie Zia Benson. Good Googa Mugga.
I know her face though.
Okay,
Like
here we
she
go.
must have been on something else I watched. If it wasn't Flavor Flav was so long ago. She must have been on like Basketball Wives or something. I know her face, and it's not from Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah.
You looking her up? See if she was on Basketball Wives,
Uh,
which is the worst. I really got to stop watching that. I feel like after I watch that, I have my brain, like a piece of my brain shriveled up and withered away or something. Up. Yeah, like it's just a little corner of it. Every time I watch it, a little corner of my brain just dries up.
Yeah, we'll have to look that up because I'm not going to where I want to go to, and this thing is not cooperating.
Okay.
Chocolate City, Love and Hip Hop New York for a minute, Basketball Wives LA.
That's it. That's it. That is
Beauty and the Beholder. I left my girlfriend.
She was on Basketball Wives. Okay.
I'm trying to see if she was on Flavor Flav. I really can't remember. I know Shay. She's on yeah, she was on Basketball Wives a lot.
Who? Bambi?
Bambi, yeah. I know Shay from Love and Hip Hop Miami was on Flavor Flav. But
I cannot believe I used to watch that mess.
Flavor Flav.
I used to get so grossed out.
I didn't watch it. I couldn't look at that.
It was so gross. Like they would be kissing him and stuff. And I'm like, even if y'all faking it, that's disgusting. Hey, look, he's the ugliest thing I've seen in a long time.
I'm glad I haven't eaten yet. I don't even want to imagine that.
It was bad. It was bad.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, you ready? I guess we can move on from them too. Maybe it'll get better next week. Well, we won't be back next week, but the week after. Freshen up.
Yeah, it won't. Look, I'm like, it won't.
Yeah,
it's a shame that the scripted shows are more interesting.
Yeah, the scripted shows are more interesting, like House of the Dragon. Like if you were caught up on that, we could go in.
Yeah, I'll be caught up during the holiday. I just keep falling asleep. I fell asleep the first night of the first episode, and I fell asleep last Sunday in the middle of the episode when him and the teeny tiny girl, the young girl,
was baby.
The baby. And I was just like, I know they not trying to set him up to marry a 6-year-old.
And they said she's actually 12, but she's
in real life.
On the show, they said at some point that she's 12, but she a tiny 12. She looked like she about 6. Because I was like, he can't marry her. She got a sippy cup. He can't marry her.
Right.
My cousin's boyfriend was like, your toddler speaks so well. That's a baby. And when they were walking together, I think everybody in America was cringing like, ugh.
Yeah. And I think after they were walking and talking, that's the last thing I remember. And I dozed right on off. And I just turned it off. Because I was like, I know I looked at it and I was going,
it's gross.
what? And then I was just like,
Yeah. Well, he did.
I'm waiting to say, do you swear by the old gods and the new?
They call it, the brother that's on there, Corliss Valerian.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody on social media, forget what site it was. Somebody called him Negro Garian.
Yeah.
And I cracked up. That's my boy though. He has no holler for none of them. He don't drink after them or around them.
Yeah.
He don't, if they don't like what he got to say. If he don't like what they got to say, he like, all right, I'm out. I'm gonna go over here with Damon. I'm gonna go see the dude with the dragon. I'll be back.
Yeah. He's like he said, I'm a head on out.
Yeah, I'm a head on out. I like him. But yeah, like when she came to try to fill up his cup, he's like,
yeah,
I do that in the restaurant. No, I don't drink coffee. No water. I'm good.
He's cool. But yeah, I'm watching the old episodes of Game of Thrones, and every day I'll be like, do you swear?
Yeah, I got a t-shirt from when Tyrion Lannister said, I drink and I know things. That's what I do.
I remember that.
That's my line. I got a t-shirt that says that.
Yeah, I like that
one for the new show.
What's it going to say?
I don't know. It might just be House of the Dragon because I haven't seen the whole season yet to have a good quote.
Yeah,
it's coming. I did like, well, you probably fell asleep on it, where Daemon Targaryen said, I can talk about my brother how I wish, but you will not. And I was like, that's how we do. I'll talk about my sister, but you ain't gonna say nothing about her or my cousin or whoever. I don't talk about my family, but I'm just saying, if you don't let nobody else talk about your people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's how they are on Raising Kanan.
They don't have no loyalty on there.
Well, but the sisters and brothers stick together though. The family stick. I'll say the immediate birth family stick together by blood.
All right, so that's a good segue on into Raising Kanan.
By blood.
That Rock is lying to the boy about everything.
Girl.
No, that ain't your daddy. No, Scrappy killed his own self. She lies about everything. He gonna hate her. He gonna really start to hate her.
He hate her and his daddy. Everybody is just dead to him.
He ain't gonna like nobody but Jukebox. And we see that later on. Now we'll see why he had to make his own family. Juke, Tommy, and Ghost. Because his own people was mama man.
So I was talking to someone else about this last week about Kanan, and they said exactly, they hadn't seen we hadn't posted the video yet. And they said the same thing about getting to the part
to the point
Kanan met Ghost and Tommy. And I was like, I really thought that was going to be the majority of Power Book 3. I had no idea it was going to talk about his mama. Like,
and his childhood. Like, we don't care nothing about your childhood.
Not
that much. Not to every single little detail.
I mean, and it's so funny, you hate to say this, but it's like he didn't know his daddy. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a whole bunch of people in this.
Yeah, what we got to do, go to detention with him too? Like, come on now, get to the point. Right. I mean, it is pretty bad. He didn't know his daddy and his mama tried to get him to kill him. I mean, it's some nuance.
I mean, that's kind of different.
That is different. That's a new story. And now that he know that's his daddy.
Right. So this week's episode is going to be interesting because he know that that's his daddy. He done told you. He knows Scrappy dead. Now he just going to do some investigating. We already know what's happening there. He gonna get to the bottom of everything now. Yeah.
And then I think he's gonna turn on Rock, or I don't know, they gotta come to not blows, but have an argument or a confrontation about it. Yeah. She ain't treating him right. She ain't treating him right. But then, this episode was kind of, it was slow.
Mm.
And they have side stories that I'm not trying to invest in, like this, like Detective Howard's partner. She's so, why she cares so much that he say he don't remember who shot him? The difference doesn't make. If the
Shannon.
man don't want to look for his own shooter, okay,
And
then
then her
let it
daddy
go.
told her,
You supposed to trust your partner.
and
Yeah.
he just went, Karen. That's when Karen began. In Power Book 3, Karen was born.
Yeah.
Because Karen is all in
Minding other people's business.
Wait a minute.
That's all she doing.
I'm sitting here going, Shannon, ain't no other crime in New York.
Exactly. You don't want to go find somebody who actually, did something.
You ain't got nothing else to do.
Yeah, worrying about that.
But to follow the prostitute that came out of Howard's house.
She just,
and what that's gonna tell you?
I don't know. She just minding his business, minding everybody else's business. And then, they had a little scene with her, I guess, ex-girlfriend. I was like, so?
And
did
her
we
dad.
need,
And
did
her
we
dad.
need
And
that?
I said so, yeah.
Well, the dad, I like that he told her to let it go.
And she didn't.
But she didn't. Yeah. What else? Juke's mom is the girl from Greenleaf. That used to be, what was she in?
LaToya Luckett in Destiny's Child.
Used to be in Destiny's Child. Yeah. She stayed working.
She can actually sing. Well, she need money. They got that divorce from that 72-hour wedding she had. And
Greenleaf is over, right? So
Greenleaf been over.
Mm-hmm. So she needed some work.
Yeah. She had that second child,
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, well, and again, what's the point of that? Finding her mom. What's she gonna do?
I don't know. I don't know where it's going, and it's not. What does that have to do with Tommy and Ghost? I don't know. Every scene. What does it got to do with Tommy and Ghost? What does it got to do with Tommy?
I'm calling Courtney Kemp today when we get off.
Hey, Courtney, boo, listen.
I don't even care. Like, just get to the point. Like, I'm really trying to figure out how these dudes got. And why is Famous so dumb?
I don't know why they make it, but then what does he have to do with anything? I don't know.
He's so dumb though.
He is. Everybody keeps telling him, go write some rap, go write some lyrics. What's the dude's name? Albie Shore's son. What's his name on the show? He's like, you homeless, write about that. Like everybody telling him, go write about something.
Crown.
He's sitting around, Crown. Yeah, he's sitting around doing nothing. He might as well be sitting up in detention too. Although none of them go to school. Well, I don't ever see them go to school.
They have book bags on though every day. Everywhere they go. And it's so funny because every time I went to New York, I was like, is this like really real that everybody travels with book bags on their back? But yeah.
It is true. And they not going to school. The book bags on this show full of drugs and stolen stuff and tapes trying to sell. So ain't no books, no calculators. Not a pencil, nothing.
This is making a bad impression of New York right now. Like, it's like y'all ain't got shit else to do but travel on trains with book bags.
Book bags. Yeah.
And nobody's policing you because Shannon trying to figure out who shot Howard. So
yeah, she ain't worried everybody else shooting up the place, killing folks. She don't care because she want to know who shot Howard. Can't with her. So.
I can't with anybody.
Exactly.
But Jukebox can sing. I like the song she was singing. I know she was on Broadway, so she really can sing. She's Tony nominated. She's really, really, really talented. And I actually enjoy her character, Laverne.
Mm-hmm.
But so that was good. I
actually liked her when she was on Power, the adult version.
Yes.
She was hardcore, but I liked her.
Yeah. But I didn't like the second song that the other girl was singing. It sounded real poppy to me, pop,
Mhm.
and I didn't like it. It was appropriate for the era
It was.
of the show,
Mhm.
but it didn't. I didn't really like it.
It's not one of those songs where you'd be like, oh, I could listen to that now. You
Yeah.
know, like when I told you I heard that one song, it's a big rich town. I heard it on the radio or something. I was
Yeah.
like, y'all really bumping this? Oh, it was in the club
Yeah.
at Empire. I was like, y'all out here dancing to this at the club.
Yeah.
This is a big rich town.
Yeah.
I just happened to come up hard. Y'all in the club, like, and the blues. I was like, it was interesting.
Oh Lord. That sounds
Yeah.
like dumbass shows.
Yeah, I'd rather be watching Serena play or something.
I
These
did
shows
watch
Just
Serena.
saying, that's
and
more
Venus and
interesting.
Serena play tonight.
Tonight at 7. So this is that
You
would
know,
be
I
more
saw them
interesting
in
than these
in
shows.
person.
Who? Both of them?
Yeah.
Oh,
I saw
yeah.
Serena
Oh, I
play.
saw your post. You went to the US Open.
Yeah, in 2013. I
Yeah.
bought my mom 5 games. I mean, I bought my mom 6 games. I bought me 5 games because the Falcons were playing while we were in New York, and she went to Flushing, and I went to that what do you call it, downtown area, to try to find a bar to watch the Falcons game. So
Mhm.
I missed one, but it wasn't. I did get to see Serena singles and then doubles with Venus.
Mm.
And they were so cute. They were after they won, they met up at the net, and I don't know who said it because they were so close, but one of them was like, "You want to go and sign some autographs? Are you tired?" And the other one was like, "Yeah, we can go sign a few." And so they went over to it was mostly kids, and signed autographs and those big tennis balls. I don't know if you've seen them on TV. But yeah, and then they were like, "Okay, let's go." It was like they were just
So
talking it out.
normal. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they are sisters. They would, yeah, it was so cute.
Did
I
you
mean, we were
see?
that close where we could hear that.
Yeah, I got a friend that's up there now at the US Open.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
by the way, that game was free.
Oh, nice.
The doubles game was free because
Nice.
it was in the Arthur Ashe
Uh-huh.
Stadium. The other ones in the main stadium where Serena is playing, those you had to pay for.
Yeah, I think the doubles are in Arthur Ashe tonight, right?
Yeah. And that one was free. So we got to see Venus and Serena play for free.
You see the clip of her daughter in the stands? She had the braids and the beads, and then the mama leaned up and gave her a look, and the little girl turned around. Like she was doing something. Her grandmother looked at her. You know that look that mamas give and grandmamas. She gave her that black mama look. And Olivia turned around like, oh, Olympia. She turned around like,
but she was asleep last night. I was like,
oh,
ma'am, the mother.
Oh, yeah. I didn't get to see any of it last night. It was my parents' anniversary.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah. I watched the 3rd round.
Yeah.
Because what did I have to do? I had to do so much.
All right, girl. Well, I think we can go on in this one. We're just kind of chatting about whatever now. It's a show.
It be like that sometimes.
These shows just so boring.
I did want to ask you what you thought about Nick Cannon and all them kids, though.
You know, at first
Number 10.
I was like, why are these women having unprotected sex with him? But I don't know, maybe he has them get checked out.
He does. He
money.
said that on
yeah.
What's that? The show with Charlamagne, Breakfast Club.
Yeah, so if they all being safe and they all consenting and they all willing, he got the money. That man is a mogul. Nick Cannon
not about the money.
He got the money, the time. He can see all of them when he wants to.
That man got 13 jobs.
Yeah, but he don't have to work all those jobs. He's got money.
He's he's had
He
money.
like a young Byron Allen, but just
Yeah.
more like, what's the word? He's got more stage presence than Byron Allen. Byron Allen's like shaking and moving more behind the scenes than in front of the camera. But Nick Cannon has that presence. He's just got something about him. So, hey, I don't think he's gonna stop at 10. But whatever. Go. Why not? Scrappy got how many?
How many Scrappy got? Who is
I don't
Scrappy?
know. Little Scrappy on hip hop. Don't he have a lot of kids?
He
Jock
just
got a
got
lot of
3.
kids.
3.
Kirk got a lot of kids. These folks
Kirk got 11 or 7.
That's what I'm saying. And he ain't got Nick Cannon money. So
he got Rashida money.
She got a lot of money.
No, just helping her. Just
yeah. I'm saying
he was the artist.
Lil Wayne got a lot of kids.
He got more money than them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Nick Cannon can have all the kids he wants.
I didn't know Lil Wayne had a lot of kids.
He got a lot. I think he got like 13 or something. Let me Google it. How many kids Lil Wayne got? That's not gonna.
But it's not. It's just. You're right. These women are consenting. They know what's going down. But for the kids, it's just super selfish because he doesn't have a lot of time because he is working 35 jobs.
No, he's got 3. Who am I thinking of? There's somebody with like 13 kids. Somebody's got a whole lot of kids out here.
Stevie J.
Lil Wayne has 4. That's it. He has 4. Stevie J.
I think, Stevie J got a few.
That's what I'm saying. And none of them had the money that Cannon has. So, hey.
Yeah, like but it's not about money. It's about time and teaching them stuff. And Nick Cannon is not a dumb person. He is very articulate, very intelligent, got a master's degree, plays the piano, he writes movies. I mean, it's just, he is so
he's leaving talented. His legacy. He's leaving his legacy.
He's leaving his legacy everywhere.
Everywhere. It's going to be a whole lot of cannons running the world in about 20 years.
Aren't they though? Because they spending most of the time with the mommy. That's the point. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I hear you.
It's not like he's spending that much time with them. He's taking pictures with them. But the time to teach them how to cut grass and how to change a tire and how to put oil in the car and how to turn on the faucet.
He rich though. It's not going to be anything like that. It's going to be how to start a company, who has the best private planes, who has, you know what I'm saying?
Who's the best? Making an assumption.
Who's the best luxury car dealer? He got to teach his kids that kind of stuff. Nick Cannon ain't cutting no grass. He ain't fixing Nathan. He ain't gonna teach his kids. He's gonna teach his kids different languages so they can talk to the servants in the house, the maids and the nannies in whatever language they speak. You know what I'm saying? So he can talk to Lupita or Conchita or you know what I'm saying, Rosario, whoever working in the house, and whatever language they speak. That's how I'm this.
And so does he live by himself? That's just funny to me. I think he just live everywhere. Like, do you have a permanent address? Or is your address?
I never thought about that.
What are you doing, sir?
Living his best life.
He is
doing it. He planting seeds, literally, huh?
Literally.
He is planting seeds all over the country.
Oh my God. And just because,
What 50 Cent say, have a baby by me, be a millionaire. Hey.
I mean, he got money too, and he got one child that we know of. No, one or two.
One he was beefing with on social media.
One that he don't claim, and then the baby.
At least he claimed them. All right, now I gotta go. I got a meeting, but yeah. I know it's late. So
all right then, player.
All right, it's been fun.
So we're gonna take a break next week, and then we'll come back.
We're gonna see what they doing down to Huntsville.
Ain't nobody checking for them in Huntsville.
I'm hoping they show the fight. So I know that's terrible of me, but I like when they fight on the show. I
Well,
don't. It's not that I like it, but I do want to see how it started because they've been teasing it and we've been reading about it online. I want to see how it went and everything. But now so much has happened since then. Ain't no telling what they're gonna show. You know,
they might as well show them live because it's a lot going on.
Just be following them around in real time. Well, they do lives on Instagram and stuff. So people are all into that. I can't. Some folks online are obsessed. I can't do that. They digging all. They trying to find everything they can about these people. That's a bit much for me. I try to keep it to the show. I try to keep it to the show. But some stuff I see.
Well, except for when I sent you that video of that interview with Kendra, and I was just like, if she say, one more time.
Like at the end of the day, like
I was like, she's an attorney.
She must not be a trial attorney. She's
a real estate attorney.
Yeah, so she don't have to talk in court or anything. She do everything on paper, I guess.
Stick to the paper.
Yeah, carry your briefs around. Yes.
All right. Well, cheers to the night.
All right. Yeah, it's wine o'clock. So
good. I'm already ready.
I know. I'm trying to get there. So all
right, I'll holla.
All right, girl.
Peace.
Bye. Like and subscribe. Don't forget, if y'all listening.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
You want to keep listening. You gotta like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
All right, holla.
All right, bye.